Initiation. No, I'm sorry. The song Initiation by Pluto and the Fool.
You know who loves this band?
Who's that?
Luke.
Oh, poor Luke.
You know who loves this band?
Who else? Who?
Tree.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Tree
I bet
loves
Tree
Pluto and
does.
The Fool? The Fool? KFA.com/watch right now. Thanks to our friends at Quantum Fiber.
It's A+.
It is A+. Thank you. Thank you. You can see your Roser. Hi, Roser.
Hi, good morning.
You can see Corey Cove and me. Hi, Corey.
Hi.
Corey. Hi, Corey.
Hi.
And Saucy's right over there, too. Hi, Saucer.
Hi, Daddy.
Where'd Perry go?
He's out in the hall holding court.
It's kind of a good song.
Holding Court would be a good name for your dad's podcast.
Yeah, what happened to Down Memory Lane?
Yeah.
Well, my attorney moved north. He's going up north. He left me in the lurch. Oh.
He left you.
Although
with
we're going to be reunited in Vegas when you guys are there. Yeah, that made it difficult for.
Would you have made out with Lurch back in the day, like 7 minutes of heaven kind of a thing?
No.
Go in the closet and
Lurch?
see what Lurch has to offer.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What? No, it's
All
creepy.
your hands up.
A female lurch.
Oh, man, 100%. Yeah, why not, right?
I can't
don't judge
imagine
people
that.
on the size of their
That
bods.
visual.
Yeah, and Chris likes deep voices, and he
Whoa.
likes people that just kind of stay quiet, right? Lurch didn't have a lot to say.
No.
Not a lot of opinions. Probably not going to push a lot of buttons.
Lurch,
Start a
would
lot of-
Tommy?
I mean,
Yeah, he'd love it.
Brilliant.
I mean, he'll be back tomorrow, Tommy Olsen.
Hey,
I cannot wait to find out what he tells us tomorrow.
I can't wait. Roser, can I play something for you?
I'd love to
It's
hear
the kind
it.
of thing you love. You know, I told you about the YouTube shorts I listen to.
Yes.
And every now and again, they tell you a World War II hero story, and you're like,
Right.
who are they talking about? And then you find out, you're like, holy crap, listen to this one. You ready?
Yep.
Everybody cool?
He was only 19 years old when he was called up for national service. He was assigned to the 1st Battalion Royal Fusiliers, a storied infantry regiment that dated back to 1685. His name was Maurice Joseph Micklewhite, and in 1952 his unit was deployed to the Samashon River Valley region of Korea, what today would be considered the demilitarized zone. It was there that Micklewhite and 2 buddies were ambushed and outnumbered by an onslaught of North Korean and Chinese soldiers who were threatening to overrun their unit's tenuous position. Instead of falling back, the 3 decided to counterattack the enemy, though outnumbered 36 to 3.
Jeez.
If we die, we'll bloody take out as many of them as we can, Micklewhite barked to the others. They miraculously survived the battle and the war. Maurice Joseph Micklewhite would relive the experience 4 years later in the movie A Hill in Korea, his first professional acting gig, under his stage name, Michael Caine.
What?
Wow.
How about that?
Wait a minute.
Wait, what?
Wait.
Yeah.
Not the.
Michael
The
Caine
Michael Caine.
Are
was
you
a legit badass?
He's
Yes.
here. Ask him.
Michael
yeah.
Caine. Oh, yeah.
I never knew you
That
were
was one of the
badass.
most stunning.
Isn't that something?
That's
that
incredible
shocked me.
stories.
Shocked me.
I know. I love these things, man.
I thought you were going to
I'm
say,
glad-
like, that's Carl Weathers or
I'm-
something. Like
I'm-
some badass.
Right.
Michael Caine?
Michael Caine.
Even if
I'm-
the timeline didn't work out. I just thought, like, Michael Caine.
My
I know.
God.
Isn't that something?
That's crazy. I'm
Okay.
very glad he changed his name.
Michael Caine.
What was his?
Micklewhite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't
I bet
roll
the-
off
My
the tongue.
goodness.
Agent was like, you're a pretty good actor and everything. I like your voice,
Yeah,
but
give it a
Micklewhite's
shot.
got to go.
Yeah.
That's like my cousin Marshall Applewhite, who I haven't talked to him in like 30 years.
No?
Whatever happened to him?
I haven't talked to him in 30 years.
Didn't the ship
know.
go and pick them up
Whoa.
or something like that?
I'm sorry, what?
Ship.
What are you?
Okay,
Dwight?
thank you.
Yeah.
Ship.
What are
I
you?
have no
Dwight
idea.
Howard?
Ship.
I don't think he was into boating. He was like a shoe collector.
Oh, that was Nikes?
Oh,
Yeah, he loved
lovely.
Nikes.
Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
And shaved head. God, what
Pretty
a story.
neato, right? Just,
That is
just
very cool.
incredible.
That's really cool, actually.
I'm going to keep bringing
That's
those things
crazy.
in. 'cause
That's
I like
great,
those
Hogs.
things.
Yeah,
thank you.
those are cool.
My.
And,
Cool little.
I mean, you hear about
Great story.
athletes that have been, like Ted Williams, Yogi Berra, all these guys went on,
man.
fought in World War II and did just heroic stuff.
I didn't know Tom Landry flew 30 missions.
I heard that too.
As a
Jeez.
B-17 pilot in World War II.
Really?
Yeah. And you only had to do 25 and you could get out. He stayed for 30.
My goodness.
Yeah, my grandpa was a gunner on a B-22, I think it was.
What a story, Mark.
Well, thank
it
you.
is.
Yeah,
It's
It
a good
is.
story,
And
Mark.
he came back.
Yeah, which is
Oh, Grandpa
incredible.
Merv.
Man, the athletes of that generation, even like the greatest generation, Rosie, just they're very different than nowadays.
You think?
'Cause, last time I heard, Justin Fields doesn't follow the Bears on Instagram.
That's similar.
That's very good.
Identical.
So there's that.
And
that's
Cody
true.
Bellinger followed Royce Lewis on Instagram.
Ooh.
Pretty much the same as fending off 3 dozen soldiers.
But don't worry, the Twins aren't going to spend any
Identical.
money.
Well, speaking of that, Sauce, let's
come
do Fan
on, why are you
5,
so
shall we?
mean?
Shall we do Fan 5?
I'm not mean. I'm just spitting truth.
Wow, you are. I wish you quit spitting
Time for
truth in my
Fan
face.
5,
What are you,
brought
John
to you
Mellencamp?
by Builders and Remodelers.
Hey,
Hey,
thanks to
Builders and
Builders and
Remodelers.
Remodelers. Shout out to Builders and Remodelers.
I
Sauce,
love you, Builders
12
and Remodelers.
hours ago.
Oh,
12 hours ago, you tweeted a gif of Game of Thrones. Shame.
I've
never
never used
seen
that
it.
one before.
Never seen the show.
That's the gal from Ted Lasso, too.
Yeah.
That is true.
The gal ringing
Rebecca.
the bell. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the same
really?
girl?
Same guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Hannah
the
Waddingham.
owner.
I never
The owner,
realized that.
Yeah, Michael Caine was in
Learning
the
a lot
work.
of stuff
Our
today.
minds just got blown, Rosie.
No.
So Sauce
Mines.
sent out that old
Mines.
tweet of the old shame walk from Game of Thrones and tweeted the following. I bet Carlos Correa is pumped to be on a team that doesn't invest in the team. Last October, when the Twins won and then won the series, was an amazing moment. Now they are a punchline with the payroll. What a joke.
I 1,000% stand by that.
That's a lot of. That's a lot of.
That is.
I just,
Good for you.
I don't understand how you talk about before the season ends or during the offseason, right when it started, that you're going to cut payroll because you don't know the TV situation, and then you get the TV money that you were hiding from the public, and then you have an interview where the owner goes on the air and talks about how they're not going to sign any free agents. If you're Carlos Correa, you're going, what? Why are you not doing
Well,
that?
they're not going to sign any of
But
those
that's
free
ridiculous.
agents.
You got the money you want back. They have spent. They desperately need pitching, and they're not going to spend a dime when there are 2 pitchers out there who they could use. It's ridiculous how they've cut payroll.
Well,
The payroll should be in the 160s. It's what, 125? That's unbelievably unacceptable.
This is a multi-layered story. Number one, the three clients of Scott Boras, under any circumstances, and there's a reason why they're out there right now. None of the teams are signing him, even the teams with a lot of money. Why hasn't Cody Bellinger re-signed with the Dodgers or Atlanta or the Mets or the Cubs, where he was? They haven't signed yet. So to think that the Twins were going to get involved with those 3 is naive, because they just wouldn't. But that certainly doesn't preclude them from still signing another pitcher or 2, which they potentially could still do. But the bigger issue is, and this is where I agree with you 100%, Sauce, is that when all the goodwill they established this last fall, we were just talking about it during the commercial break. Target Field was electric.
Yeah.
Long wait for not just the playoff series, but to see them actually win, and to watch Royce Lewis hit grand slams, and to watch Pablo Lopez, look like an ace, a true ace on this staff. And now they're getting, a knock on wood, a healthy Byron Buxton back. They're getting young. They got some young players. They're signing that Carlos Santana. All the goodwill they have, perception-wise, they just throw right down the drain, because they go, well, we're cutting payroll for this reason and that reason. It just doesn't work. It doesn't sell.
It's ridiculous.
And that's the problem they have. And then yesterday's comments by Polad made it worse.
You can win the division, sure, but you're not going to compete with these other teams that are spending money. It's ridiculous. They picked the wrong time to cut payroll. Do it next year.
Stop sniffing glue.
Right. All that. I don't know why I'm fired up about it, but I'm pissed.
Oh no.
Well,
Rosie.
they're trying to use Tampa Bay as the model.
Oh, Rosie,
What happened?
the gentleman's back.
Oh no!
Yeah. He's in the studio with me over here.
Is that the moaning you referred to?
You know what?
Is that?
It was damn close. That's really close. I'm trying to concentrate on this very intricate conversations going on the stage.
About murder?
Murder, yeah. Dial in for murder. What's happening? Who's doing what?
Whoa, there's Rosie.
And that's what I'm listening to. It sounded just like that. What are you laughing about?
For people who didn't hear that segment, they have no idea what just happened.
I know. I was okay.
Yeah.
I felt bad for the guy, but I also wanted to punch him.
Jeez.
I put a bag over his head. No,
Oh my goodness.
This
Mark!
is terrible.
Give her hell, Rose. I'm with you.
No, it's just I was conflicted. So,
Email just said, that was my Uncle Brad. He has 6 weeks to live.
Okay.
Rosie.
Sure, that's true.
Rosie said that was too many.
Yeah. Oh, Rosie.
I gave him a pat on the back when I left.
Aw.
Said, don't ever come back.
There he is.
Where did you?
You're like Larry David. Other people are a
I
great
know.
inconvenience to
They
you.
really are. That was a wonderful Sunday night.
That was, in my
Oh,
opinion,
so good.
the best of them all. That was my favorite
It was-
episode of the entire
8+.
series.
You know, that was based on a true story about the dog coyote story.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I read that you know the guys are playing golf and they hear a dog being attacked by a coyote and they think it's their dog. Going, well, what are we going to do about it? We're playing well right now.
Yeah,
Can't save the dog anymore. Might as well just keep playing.
that was the best line.
That was
playing
true.
well.
Yeah, the only thing out of kind of sorts for Jeff and Larry on that show in that episode is normally they bury those secrets in the dirt, right?
Yeah,
But
right.
They immediately admitted to Susie, like, yeah, we thought it might have been the puppy, but we just kept playing. It's like, what? You know she's going to get mad.
Of course.
You got to keep that one a secret. They
Yeah.
both
Oh, boy.
immediately fessed up.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was funny.
God, it was funny.
It was.
Parrish, the Wild won they lost last night 6-3 to the Jets after the big win against Vancouver. So back to back, we talked about it yesterday. We knew this was kind of like on paper. It's like, man, how do you not have a letdown after that giant comeback, crazy historic win? And that's exactly what happened. They get the big letdown 6-3. They lose to the Jets. Fleury 24 saves on 29 shots. Rossi did score twice in the loss. He's got 17 goals.
Yeah. Tied for Bedard for the league lead in rookies right now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's as we've been talking, tough stretch right now. Number one team, number one defense. Now the odds-on favorite, the Edmonton Oilers. There was a lot of really good things last night. Obviously, you don't want to let the 6 goals, 5 goals. One is the empty netter. But obviously, Winnipeg, they're coming off a back-to-back. They lost their first, the front end of it in Calgary, so they've got a little bit more edge. They've got a little bit more drive coming off to win back at home. They were 4-0, now 5-0 at the tail end of back-to-back, so they've been very good. Their goaltending is excellent, and it showed up last night. It's a tough stretch. Now it's just get on to Edmonton, focus back on our game. And regardless of how good the teams are right now and this tough stretch with these last 3 teams, obviously, I've gone over a little bit this morning because it's horrifying. It isn't about the other teams right now. It is about the Minnesota Wild and them finding their game, them playing their best game, trying to gear up, trying to make a run at the playoffs here because they still do have time.
Rosie, everybody in the world ripped the All-Star game this week in the NBA All-Star game. And again, it's not new that they're not playing defense.
Right.
That's not breaking news.
No.
But for whatever reason, everybody, including the commissioner, was like, dear God,
That was awful.
What are we doing?
I'm glad I didn't see 1 second of it.
Brutal.
Hawk watched all of it.
But
not the
he
play.
might have, because here's why. Even though the entire world is
Right.
throwing their hands up going like, let's just kill this game. This is the worst it's ever been.
Oh.
Viewership up between 14 and 20%. They had 11.6 million unique viewers and an average viewership of around 5.5. So one story I read said both numbers were up about 14%. The other headline I read was about 20%. Either way, let's just say in that 14-20% range, up from last year, and everybody hated it.
Yeah, I hate watch it, I guess, in some respects. It's probably the first Sunday night we haven't had football or an award show on to compete against. Was it on TNT?
Well, I watched the AVNs. Does that count?
Yeah.
What's that?
The Adult Video News Awards.
Oh,
Rosie, your
Rosie's
nose is
pretending.
growing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
God, that's
I don't know what is it even fixable at this point? I
don't know.
It doesn't seem like you need to fix it. Again, if the viewers liked it, they liked it. Maybe they like the scoring. Maybe it's like baseball for us. Give me more scoring. I don't know.
Most All-Star games are pretty much worthless.
Well, that's why the
skills
NHL
competition.
changed theirs.
Yeah.
Well, they changed their skills competition up a little bit
Right.
too, but they changed it to that 3-on-3 format because guys would just get into it a little bit more. No offense, but nobody wants to get hurt in the All-Star break.
No.
Right.
Not a one of them.
Zero.
P. Rod and the Prodigy with Without Me. Local music.
Nice.
Rosa,
Yes, sir.
you got one more segment left in you because you've given all you've got.
Oh, I certainly do.
Okay, good.
You know who loves this band?
Who's that?
Scene Bear.
Oh,
I mean, probably.
probably does. I'm sure he
Scene
does.
Bear discovered Sublime.
You know who loves this band?
Right, Luke.
Ski Club Pat.
Oh, no kidding. I would guess that. It seemed like to like rap. I
You
didn't
know who loves this band?
Who's that?
Garlar.
Luke.
Luke.
I knew it. I could tell.
Headlines next. Power Trip Morning Show fan.
Nystrom Counseling has been empowering people to become the best version of themselves for 30 years. Find your path to better mental health.
Are you looking for ways to elevate your business through premium headwear and apparel? At Branded Bills, we focus on attention to detail, in-person customer experience, and quality craftsmanship to provide a finished, customized product for any occasion. Our core belief is to create out-of-the-box products that enhance the value of your personal brand or business. We offer low minimum orders, unique design applications, and completed custom products in as quick as 2 weeks. To find out more, visit brandedbills.com.
You can get them at Builders.
March is on. The 2024 TIAA Big Ten basketball tournaments take over Minneapolis as the Target Center hosts the annual celebration of Big Ten hoops. The women's tournament runs March 6th through the 10th, and the men's tournament tips off March 13th through the 17th. Tickets are on sale now, so head to big10.org for more information. Be there this March as the conference's best teams compete for a Big Ten tournament title in Minneapolis.
Company since 1952 has always been Builders and Remodelers. Gary Busey loves them. Builders and Remodelers at buildersandremodelers.com. Home show special savings right now going on roofing, siding, doors, and windows. Take advantage of it before it's too late. Sound good? Yeah. Thank you, Gary Busey. Buildersandremodelers.com.
Ew, gotta get rid of this old Backstreet Boys t-shirt.
Tell me why.
Because it stinks, boys.
Tell me why.
I've washed it so many times, but the odor won't come out.
Tell me why.
No, you tell me why I can't get rid of this odor.
Have you tried Downy Rinse and Refresh? It doesn't just cover up odors, it helps remove them.
Wow, it worked, guys.
Yeah.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes more odor in one wash than the leading value detergent in 3 washes. Find it wherever you buy laundry products.
People who suffer from arthritis are getting real pain relief with exciting biologic therapies at QC Kinetics.
The success rate is there, and there's no better way to treat yourself when it comes to dealing with pain.
Meet Tyler Vale, co-founder of QC Kinetics, who says they can't cure arthritis, but they can treat the pain.
If you think of the tide coming in and out on the beach and what it does, it erodes the sand, right? Can't stop the tide, but eventually when the sand or the beach gets bad enough, we backfill that beach with sand so that we get generations of enjoyment with that beach again. And the same thing happens with your knee or your shoulder or your hip or your back. We want to backfill the problems that have happened to this point. I'm not stopping the tide, so I'm not stopping the arthritis, but I want to get generations of enjoyment out of those joints again.
Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation. Learn more about how restorative biologic therapies can get you real and lasting joint pain relief.
Call QC Kinetics, 612-254-7123. That's 612-254-7123. 612-254-7123.
You're free now. Free to stream beyond your wildest dreams. Free to be everything you imagine, and then some. That's how it feels to have Quantum Fiber. Your world unleashed. Learn more at quantumfiber.com. Limited availability. Service in select locations only.
Attention, men who are frustrated about their decline in the bedroom.
Hey guys, it's Chris with Twin Cities Premier Health. Don't want your love life dwindle to nothing and disappoint your partner. Whatever you call it, failure to launch or an equipment malfunction, we all know it happens. But there's a way better option than getting hooked on ED pills. At Twin Cities Premier Health, our acoustic wave therapy is fast, long-lasting, effective, and 100% safe. It's doctor recommended and proven to work with over 50 clinical studies. No shots, no drugs, and no pain or side effects. We get to the root cause of your problem, which is really just a blood flow problem. And once we fix that, your love life will come roaring back. So move past the shame, embarrassment, and frustration. Call 952-395-4188. And when you book your visit this week, we're going to give you a special gift. 1 acoustic wave treatment totally free. You'll also get a free consultation and painless blood flow evaluation on your visit. This is an $800 value. Call now, 952-395-4188. That's 952-395-4188. Or visit us at TwinCitiesPremierHealth.com.
From the 651 Carpets Plus, home of the Next Day Install Studios, this is the Power Trip on FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
The Power Hour continues at KFAN.com/watch. It's powered by Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed.
Had a request from somebody who did not know the Tom Landry story. Here you go.
He was known for his fedora hat and stoic demeanor as he stood expressionless on the sideline. The man in the iron mask, his players would sometimes joke, Mr. Unflappable. But what they didn't know is that legendary football coach Tom Landry's icy demeanor was born decades earlier as a B-17 bomber pilot during World War II. He was known as Second Lieutenant Tommy Landry back then, part of the 493rd Bomber Group stationed in RAF Debage. It was during his 30th mission that he earned the nickname Icewater for calmly crash landing the flying fortress in a field in France after all the engines were shot out.
Jesus.
Not a single crew member was injured. Staring down a division rival was nothing, Landry would occasionally joke, after you've belly landed a smoldering B-17.
Holy moly, man.
Wow.
I know. If you're not watching, what's the show that I always tell you guys to watch on?
I know what you're talking about.
Masters in the Air.
Masters of the Air. If you're not watching, you should.
Yeah.
The 5th episode, I watched it last night. The way they portray the horror these kids faced at the age of 21 years old, I just can't even tell. I've never seen anything like it, Rosie. Last night's episode, they did that thing again where they slowed the frames down so that the pilot was looking around at the debris falling out of the sky of the kids that he took off with that morning. I've never seen a show like it. I've never been more.
Yeah, I'm anxious to get into it.
Yeah,
that's
it's
right in
really-
my wheelhouse. I love
Apple
all
TV.
that.
Yeah, that's the one with
thank
the
you.
kid that played Elvis, right?
That's exactly right.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, I want to check that out.
It's just a great show. Great show.
I'm glad a lot of these stories of these sports legends are coming out about what they did. And they did it without any fanfare, without any expectation of being recognized for it. They just wanted to go back and play ball or coach or whatever they were involved with. That was it. Like everybody else, they just wanted to go back and resume their normal lives.
Yeah.
Aye.
Can't even imagine.
Crazy.
Yep. So there you go.
All right,
Good
shall we?
stuff.
I think we should.
Yeah.
Give her help.
Feels like it.
You got it?
Okay, cool.
You gonna do it?
Now it's time for Headlines.
Headlines brought to you by our friends at Wolf River Electric. You can go solar with Wolf River Electric, and they're going to be at the Home and Garden Show at the Convention Center this week. Go say hi to them and say, hey, I heard on the Power Trip I'm supposed to go solar with you guys.
Yeah.
And they'll say, that is the correct answer.
Yeah.
Go solar with Wolf River Electric. All right, shall we? An individual from Singapore just became the youngest person to beat a chess grandmaster. How old is the person who just beat a chess grandmaster?
12.
7.
That's what I was going to say.
Good Lord.
7.
13.
8.5.
Oh. Good God.
8.5 and good enough to beat a grandmaster of chess. I can't beat my 10-year-old at Uno.
Uno whales.
It does.
Yeah. Old man take Uno. Uno is the most riggable game if you're a parent, if you want to make your kid feel good, because you could have 6 draw 4s and be like, I don't have any blues. I'm going to have to take 40 cards.
Yeah.
And the kids are like, you're losing again. Yep. 97th time in a row.
Well, you
for a
guys
game that
are-
requires nothing but luck. Somehow you keep winning.
Hockey gambles on Uno.
You guys are way
course he
better
does.
parents than I do.
No, I'm not
I
talking.
am.
Not at 10. I did that at 5 and 6 or so. Once you got to
no,
about,
no.
now it's I go for the kill.
No. Teach them young. They got to earn it.
Yeah.
You got to work hard.
Give him hell.
Nah,
I learned cribbage from my grandparents that played cutthroat with me when I was like 12.
That's how I
means
learned.
So trust me.
Even the first
My
time
kids
playing,
will learn.
You forgot 4 points.
Yep. Oh, you missed those. Yeah, thanks for coming. Like, I'm 12.
Yeah.
Starbucks just debuted a new pork-flavored latte.
Oh.
It's only in China for now. Pork-flavored coffee.
That sounds disgusting.
That is hideous.
Yeah, that's
An
gross.
understatement. Yeah.
Anybody here even willing to try it if it ever comes to the States?
Not a chance.
Sauce?
I mean, for the bit, sure. I would try it, yeah. I
I'd
just like
smell it.
regular coffee. That's it.
No such thing
Yes,
anymore.
you
Yeah. That's right, Rose. People get weirded out when you're like, can I get a cup of coffee? Do you want cream or sugar? No.
Just black.
Really?
You don't want anything in it?
No.
Yeah,
right.
Just black.
Yeah, just black coffee.
Saturday Night Live on March 2nd. Musical guest Casey Musgraves, host Sydney Sweeney.
Oh.
Rosie, your thoughts?
Sydney Sweeney.
You're not familiar with
why
her?
would you think he'd know who she was?
I think I know who she is.
I think. Yeah.
He's busy.
What, I'm not. Wait a minute. I'm not just saying this.
Of course, just
She's very attractive woman.
Give her hell.
What is her talent? Is she an actress? I don't know.
Yeah,
I have no. What I have
an actress.
She's got multiple talents.
I have no idea what I've never seen. I don't know what she's in. I don't know what.
She's in
Because she has to pull out
Euphoria,
all these skits.
Madam
and-
Web, White Lotus. You've seen her in. I think
Oh,
you've
she's
seen
been a White Lotus.
Yeah, she was in the first season.
Oh, okay, that helps.
First season, yeah.
All right. Well,
Great show, White Lotus. Can't wait.
Yeah, great
Can't
show.
wait.
that's fun.
Can't wait.
It's a lot of fun.
Sydney Sweeney is interesting because she is like this weird unicorn where women are very confused why dudes are into her.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing. Like, why do you guys like Sydney Sweeney?
Yeah.
That's I'm being serious. That's a question
No,
that
I
is
get it.
that is online
I get
all
it.
the time.
I
They're
get
like,
it.
I don't get what am I missing?
Yeah, I get it.
Like,
Kind of looks like Kate Upton, doesn't she?
kind of.
What are we missing?
She got
I mean, I don't know
a
what.
little bit in common.
How do you miss those?
Yeah, it's okay if he says it.
Then Josh Brolin. Josh Brolin is going to host on March 9th with musical guest Ariana Grande.
That would be great.
Who also does a crazy number of impressions. She's super talented. So
she's super funny.
I love Josh Brolin, but they might get her in the mix too because she's been on that show and done some funny stuff in the past as well.
Good.
Anyway, that's the next handful of March
I
hosts.
wonder what Brolin's got going on.
I don't know.
What if he's in the new Deadpool movie?
Yeah,
Don't know.
who is he in Deadpool, Brett?
Hey, Brett's not here.
Where'd he go, man? Is he ever here?
He went to heaven.
He died.
He died?
Yeah, why'd you laugh when you said that?
I'm disappointed. How?
You were just appointed to what? Elon
Idiot
Musk.
of the day.
Again?
Yeah, I won for the 50th consecutive time.
Elon Musk says his Neuralink human brain chip guinea pig is doing just fine and that the person can control a mouse, a computer mouse, with his mind.
Oh, man, I swear to you, I
What
didn't
is
know it
happening?
was computer
I don't know.
mouse.
What?
When he said he can, I didn't know he's
Can control a mouse with his
really,
mind.
I swear to God, I just read the headline. I was like, well,
Think
it's
about this.
over.
If Elon Musk did the Neuralink bit, and the very first person he did, he turned into a real life Pied Piper, right? Just like you're coming with me.
Yep.
Just leading rats out of towns and whatnot. No, he. I guess Elon says this person can control a computer mouse with his mind.
Is that the extent of mind control that this? I don't understand. Why is it a computer
it's
mouse?
using your computer.
Get off my computer, dude.
What's it looking up?
Computerized.
Hefties.
Hefties? Oh, so it put an H and it went right to it because it's your computer?
How dare you? I don't even know what it means.
Do you guys honestly
I don't know
think
what it
we
means.
are alive at the best time in the history of humanity to be
No.
alive?
No.
I do.
I hope not.
I do, yeah.
I think it's
I'm
going to
with
get way
Corliss.
worse, and I think it's so
Yeah.
much better than it used to be. I think we got lucky and hit the sweet spot.
I think
Oh,
you're
because
right,
it's going to get
Corey.
worse.
Yeah,
I
think
doubt about
we
that.
all existed in the 100 to 150
Yeah, you're probably
years
right.
where humanity peaked before it got crazy scary.
I think you're right,
Every
Corliss.
generation feels that way.
Yeah, but we lived through the internet and that changed everything. And now we're in the artificial intelligence. We got to see what it was like beforehand, and we're gonna be out of here
Before it really
gets
hits.
really bad.
What?
We're gonna get to see some of the fun stuff like, hey, Chat GPT, tell me what it would be like if meat sauce was a frog, and then he would probably
With your mouth?
Yeah.
Dan.
And then he can do write
was
a
AI.
poem about meat sauce, and then Chat GPT will do that.
Oh.
Cute. Right?
Right.
This guy's controlling a computer mouse with his mind.
Right.
What is that going to be in 20 years?
Hell.
Hell.
Be careful with Johnny Pecker.
That's AI,
We're going
Rosie.
to tap out just before it gets real
Yeah,
bad.
I think you're right,
And
Corliss.
we're going to get out of here before the world falls apart with climate.
Right.
So
Yeah.
What? All good.
perfect timing
It's
for us.
over.
Good luck, kids.
Yeah, we got lucky.
Now, if we could play
That's true.
music, we could play "It's the End of the World" by REM.
No, we
can't
couldn't.
play music.
We
Oh yeah,
shouldn't.
Paris.
But we
has
lived
that
in the
one.
era where you could. We lived through the
Yeah.
best part of radio.
Play
It's over
music.
now.
In 20 years, it'll
It's
be
over.
over. Anyway.
I did ask, by the way, ChatGPT what meat sauce would be like as a frog.
And?
Instead of hopping like a typical frog, meat sauce frog prefers to waddle around with a slight bounce in his step.
Sounds right.
Often tripping over his disproportionately large frog feet.
What?
He spends his day lounging on lily pads, croaking out sports commentary in a raspy, froggy voice that's surprisingly audible for his size.
See, that is adorable.
That's it?
Are you kidding?
That's a term paper.
Adorable. 20 years from now, whatever that kicks out is going to be terrifying.
Yeah. That's not bad. I would love that life.
Oh, here we go.
You love frogs.
I do.
His eyes bulge out like two plump meatballs, and his wide, froggy grin reveals a row of tiny teeth that look suspiciously like miniature meat cleavers.
My God, that's your old teeth,
Spot
brother.
on. Yeah, thanks, Hulkster.
Incredible. That's
Just
what
like
Meat
that.
Sauce Frog would say about it.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
With his teeth.
Billboard just announced that Beyonce's single Texas Hold'em has debuted at #1 on the Hot Country Songs
Whoa.
chart. Got to enunciate.
Yeah, right.
That makes her the first black woman ever to have the top spot on the Hot Country Songs chart.
She's kind of talented.
Yeah, man.
Very.
Yeah.
Good for her.
I'd say so.
One of the goats.
Yes, she is.
Apple says stop putting your wet iPhones in rice.
Yeah.
Don't tell me what to do.
People still do that?
You have probably heard
guess.
about the hack about putting wet cell phones in rice,
Right.
especially if you've panicked
It works.
after dropping it in the toilet. Apple's saying don't do it. iPhones are more sophisticated than they used to be, and some can handle certain levels of water. They now have a liquid detection warning that tells you if your USB-C port gets wet. So they're saying don't do it.
Listen, I like my rice to have Apple iPhone flavor.
Brilliant. That was funny.
Thanks, buddy.
This requires math, but I want you to see if you can get close.
Oh, crap.
Oh, turd.
We're all out.
According to a new survey / study, the average person
They studied slash?
spends blank hours a year in the kitchen.
Meat sauce.
0 for me.
I mean,
Oh, come on. Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, in the kitchen, like cooking or eating?
It just
This
says-
is in the
it just
kitchen.
says-
'Cause I would assume they mean in the kitchen like you're preparing food and you're
That's kind of how it's
Not
implied, but that's not how it's worded,
supposed
so
to
I don't know.
eating in the kitchen.
Average person spends blank hours a year in the kitchen. I guess let's do the math, right? How many
Right.
hours a day on average do you believe the average person spends in the kitchen? Then we'll times it by 365.
Or
Yeah, I bet it's an hour.
No.
365.
Nikki's way more than that.
yeah, I'm sure.
Because you make her?
No, because she loves to be there and she loves to cook. Thank
What's
God.
wrong with your eye?
And drink wine.
Yes. Wine fridge is right there.
700.
You're closer. Yeah.
Yeah.
1,000, which
Okay.
is
Yeah,
2
that's-
hours and 45 minutes a day on
That's-
average.
I was
excessive.
actually
Jeez.
thinking that, like Nikki, she's probably more than that when you think
Really?
about all it. I
Man,
mean,
that's
she's
high.
just cooking for her. you
Yeah.
know. She knows
Damn.
what she's doing in there. She doesn't
fun.
mess around.
I love food.
Yeah. Food
I mean,
whale.
Gavin Kaysen will tell you it's way more than that.
He's no longer
Yeah.
with us.
Rosie, you go first on this one. Try this.
All right.
No,
Maybe you've seen the pictures. They have been circulating a little bit online. The world's tallest man recently took a picture with the world's shortest woman. How tall is the man? How short
I saw
is
the
the
picture,
woman?
but I don't remember if he was 7'9" and she was 4'3" or something. I don't know.
You said 7, 9, and 4?
I was like, I'm going to say like 3 feet.
Yeah, I'm going to say 7'9" was the dude. And the lady was 1 foot 9 inches.
Yeah, she's not quite 2 feet tall. That's
Yeah.
true.
She's exactly 2 feet tall. You
Oh,
know,
wow.
she's 2
True.
feet tall.
Oh.
He is 8'3".
Oh.
8'3".
Man.
I mean, if I
Does
ever
she even
needed this
come up
button,
to his knee?
Yeah.
She's a quarter his size.
And I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna hold my.
Boy, Zacco.
I'm gonna hold my comment.
Right.
Yeah.
Can he dunk a basketball? Yeah.
No, what Chris is asking is it possible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
that's-
only 2 foot tall. That's 24 inches.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm asking.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
know what you're saying.
We're picking up what you're putting down,
We
huh?
would have to change his name to Vlad the Impaler.
He's picking up what you're putting down too, Hawk.
Thank you, buddy. He can't
Boy.
go that low.
Today is National Sticky Bun Day. Rosie, that's not what you think.
Take a shower.
Who doesn't like a sticky bun?
Button bar.
Well, they are
He's
delicious.
right, though. My
I
goodness.
love sticky
Love, love, love,
Yeah,
love.
duh.
Yep. Love them.
All right.
National.
Man, is this a weird one?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Never help.
Do you guys remember the host of the Tonight Show? His name is Jay Leno. He stole the show from Conan.
Yes, I remember that.
They
Yeah,
gave it
I
to
know who you're talking
Conan,
about.
and
Yeah.
then
Vague
Leno
recollection.
stole it back. Remember that?
Correct.
Yeah.
Sure.
And Conan's 10,000 times better than Leno. Remember
Yes,
that?
correct.
This
Yeah,
is the
Daddy.
weirdest thing ever.
Rings a bell.
Jay Leno claims in his life he has lived with 5 different women, including his wife, Mavis. He claims all of them have been born on September 5th.
What?
What's the context of this whole? I don't even understand what.
He just he
That's a-
claims it's
that's
just
a
one of
random
those
thing.
weird things. He also said once in the same interview, apparently, which is coming back up from a 2016 interview that he did, that Jay remembered having the gal who wrote the comic strip Kathy on his show at one point. He claims he found himself attracted to her, so he asked for her birthday, and she said September 5th.
So we had 5 separate relationships, not married,
Yes.
and all the women were born on the same day.
He claims all of them were born on September 5th.
What are the odds of that?
He said when he met his wife Mavis for the first time, he asked her, "Were you born on or around September 5th?" And she said, "Yeah, September 5th exactly."
Wow.
That's as bizarre as
That
Jay
is
himself.
crazy.
Oh, man. That's something.
That's
I mean,
incredible.
That doesn't make
That's-
sense.
it doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense.
Maybe it does.
Can't be impossible.
Going back to his like 7th grade girlfriend or something. I don't know.
Just
He's
something
married to
about
Mavis for
that date
45
and where
years.
the moon is at in that date.
But I mean, if you're Jay Leno in your prime,
Right.
and I know you're not familiar with her, but let's say Sydney Sweeney walks up to Jay Leno and says, "I would like to live with you and bed you."
Wow.
And Jay goes, "When's
your
your
birth-
birthday?" And she goes, "May 5th."
Bye.
It's the right number,
Yeah.
wrong,
Sorry,
month.
wrong month.
We got to
Yeah.
move on.
Gotta leave.
That's
Does he say no because it's not
That
September
is
5th?
commitment to a bit
Yeah.
if he does that.
It sure
Like
is.
Larry and the actress at the airport.
Oh yeah.
What was her name?
Sienna Miller.
Yes.
Oh, the Larry
Yeah.
David
What a
scene.
great
Yeah.
bit.
That was fabulous.
The
Such a good
corns
bit.
on my feet hurt.
I know.
What a great bit.
Sienna Miller.
Yeah.
Which I feel like he's doing a lot of tip of the caps to Seinfeld. His Sienna Miller thing is almost exactly like George Costanza's Marissa
They admit
Tomei
that,
moment.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true.
They're
Yeah.
definitely making Seinfeld references in this final season.
Yeah.
So good.
No doubt about it,
Curb
which is great.
A plus.
Yep.
Yeah.
2 of the greatest comedies of all time, but
Going
Curb's the
out with
best.
a bang.
A 33-year-old guy in Canada.
I know him.
You do?
Yep.
I don't know if you're going to want to admit that.
I didn't say I liked him.
Well, he was pretending to be a woman named Angela.
Yeah, that's who. That's the dude. I know him.
And he pretended to be Angela by going to Target 15 times a day.
Oh my! I get it.
That was my joke. Okay,
Yep.
so no,
Yep. Good stuff.
He did pretend to be a woman named Angela. He would invite anonymous men over to his home for fun. Then he set up some rules. There was no talking involved. If you want to come over and meet Angela, no talking involved.
Gary?
The men would not get to see him either. They would interact through a hole in a sheet that was hanging in the doorway. This
Another Larry David moment.
This worked a couple of times until, this is going to shock all of you, one of the possible victims simply pulled the sheet down and there he was standing. But it worked a couple of times going like, yep, I'm going to gamble, and just put their thing through the
guys are stupid.
sheet
My
hole. Careful.
God.
And
What
The sheet hole is a film Hawk's dad has.
and SHEET hole is the title of the podcast.
Also the title of Hawk's dad's autobiography.
Oh,
Yep.
boy.
Sheet hole.
Technically, in so many ways, put it in the SHEET hole.
Yep. Sure did.
Wow, that guy's into it.
So he's in gigantic trouble.
Yeah, it's trouble.
The man has been sentenced to more than 2 years in prison. I'm surprised it's not more than that.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't get a.
yeah.
I know it's
Yeah.
technically consensual, but you're also a man.
Yeah, no, yeah,
it's
right.
Right.
I don't know how it's not more than that. Doesn't that feel like it should be way more than that? Really?
I mean,
way more.
Part of it's got to be like, come on, guys, see that stupid?
No, maybe not.
Yeah, that's part of it.
You know,
it was
like-
consensual.
I
They
know,
didn't show
I
up
I
under
mean,
duress.
You didn't make sure.
No.
Man.
You could have just pulled the curtain down.
Yeah.
I think
A United flight from San Francisco to Boston was diverted when passengers noticed a, quote, wing coming apart.
Whoa.
And then the plane safely landed in Denver.
That's
the passengers
something I don't
noticed it,
wanna
or
go
the
Yeah.
pilot noticed it.
Passengers noticed that a wing was coming apart.
Oh.
Dear God.
There's been some bad things happening lately on planes.
Yeah, what's going on all of a sudden?
Yeah, it might be
I'm sure
over.
it's just like a percentage that's infinitesimal compared to how many planes are flying each day, but it does seem like a lot lately, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I have audio of that somewhere. Hold on. I really don't. I'm not kidding you. One of the people use their cell phone.
My son got hired to do
There it is.
a bid for Boeing. Good timing.
Oh, no.
What a story, Mark.
A safety.
The wing coming apart on the plane. It came apart when we took off in San Francisco. And we're just about on the ground.
Oh.
Wow. So they made it to Denver.
Wow, that's
Wow.
a ways.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That'd be horrifying.
It's terrible.
Here's something that I think nobody's going to do, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. According to some new survey, if you do 150 minutes essentially of just super hard weekend workouts, you can completely skip working out during the week.
Really?
No kidding.
They're saying it's the equivalent. If you go hard on the weekends,
Amen, brother.
you can get the exact same results as doing consistent work during the week.
Is that right?
So I guess they're saying quality over quantity.
You're doing a combination of, I guess, cardio and weights and whatever else you're doing, stretching. I guess it makes sense. That's a lot of time, though.
I just feel like
It's just
that's the path, though, to say, perfect, I'm not going to work out until the weekend. Then the weekend rolls around, you're like, man, am I busy?
Look at all the errands I
I'll
have to
start
run.
next week.
I am tired.
Oh, there's
tired.
There's that lady.
Thanks.
Sorry, did he?
All right, that's enough.
Okay, I got a couple things for you. There's a bill in the Minnesota House that would put a $1,000 fine on unruly fans at sporting events and tougher penalties for assaulting game officials. Here's Rosemont Representative John Hewitt.
It's not that fan that maybe questions the judgment of an official or yells out bad call or talks about my eyesight. If you did this at a gymnasium full of kids and parents, you need to go talk to a judge.
So you're talking about amateur.
Yeah, exactly, like high school sports and such like that. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was going to say, pro
Love to see
sport
that.
level, that's not going to cut it.
Some parents need to
Yeah,
be.
oh, absolutely. It's
Hey, go on.
horrifying. You know, it's crazy to me, but tragic that we actually have to get to this point. But we've seen enough situations and scenarios now that parents are psychotic.
You were in this spot. You coached before. Everybody that I know that coaches youth sports says the worst part of it, and it's not even close, is the parents.
Not even close. So Don Lucia said
even
it
close.
best, with the best team to coach is a team full of orphans. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a hell of
Rosie,
a
don't
line.
laugh at that.
No, it's free.
Why are you laughing?
It's true, man.
That's not funny.
It's a true line. And you know, the worst part is 90% of them, 95% of them aren't bad, but it only takes one.
Yeah.
Because one turns into two, turns
there's
into
always
three,
one.
and there's
always one.
Oh, yeah.
And that one
Is Mark Rosen.
just ruins it. Rosie just ruins it for everybody.
No, I never did that. The pressure's even magnified now with the getting a scholarship or doing being in the right team and right line and right. It's just
and it's not
out of control.
And parents expect you to, like, as a high school coach, expect you to be their agent and be pushing for them to go to college, and you got to make sure they get these school. Come on, that's up to the kid. The kid is going to decide whether they're going to play D1 or professional.
It's
not a coach.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that there's a bit of abuse going on with some of these parents and their kids.
Oh, 100%.
What? And it's really sad. Like, it's getting to the point where we almost have to look at protections for these kids who are being put through high-level training and like they're professional athletes, even though they're
at 8.
9.
Yeah.
And try to find good
Crazy.
officials. I mean, enough of them.
That
too.
That's the
Burning out,
problem.
too.
You can't find officials. You can't find coaches. Nobody wants to do it because the parents are just, the one or two.
Ban the parents from
Sometimes they're
games.
more. They're absolutely make it miserable for everybody.
Ban the parents from games. So you don't want people that are struggling to breathe to go to plays.
No.
You don't want parents to
Way to
watch their
go,
kids play.
Rosie.
in
No.
sports.
Well, Mark Rosen can go to the games.
Don't do that again. It's really creeping me out. I felt bad for that guy. Paul texted us and said, that's my last chance to go to a play.
Yep,
Yeah, it was.
That was it.
Multiple people have emailed that and said that is exactly what that situation was.
It's terrible. No, I feel bad.
Kind of a final wish.
Yeah.
Way to go,
Shoreview,
Rosie.
Representative Kelly Moeller has another bill that is apparently passed the House that adds protection for online ticket sales.
Regardless of what kinds of tickets you're trying to get, you as a consumer and all of Minnesotan consumers deserve transparency in that process and fairness in that process. And that's what we're trying to achieve. And hopefully you can support my bill. It has all-in pricing. So to make it clear that when you're purchasing a ticket, you know what the total cost of the ticket is up front and not when you have a minute left to make a decision or lose your spot forever.
Is this an anti-Ticketmaster thing? Is it?
Yeah, it might as well be, but yeah. Exactly, yeah.
Basically,
and Live Nation, all that jazz.
Okay.
Yeah. So hopefully
good
it works,
luck.
and it's a step in the right direction because there's about 9 steps to be made, but you can't take
Right.
them all if you can't take the first one.
Amen.
It's not just the ticket industry
said.
too, right? Try booking hotels now or flights. It's or all these different things. It's 7 layers of fees. It's
Correct.
Yeah.
So true.
I want to see the price in
Just
totality.
give me the whole total price.
There are
Yeah.
some hotels, like if you go to like hotels.com, where you can pay more. If you want, like, let's say checkout's 11, you can pay $30 to check out at noon. You can pay $50 and so on up to, There's all kinds of add-ons. And then to click next, you got to go through like 40 things to.
Come again?
I don't mind that though.
thank you.
I don't mind the add-on thing if that's completely extra. What I hate is the ones that are required, but it's $120 a night for a room. Oh, that's a pretty good deal.
Right.
But then here comes the resort fee. Here
that's
comes
the
a
one.
tax.
Yeah,
Here
that's
comes
the one.
something. It's like, well,
Resort
it's not
fees are
$120 a
ridiculous.
night. It's like $196 a
Yeah,
night.
correct. You
So-
tell them.
But if it said right off the bat,
Sing it.
$196 all in a night. But then if you want a later checkout, here's a
Yeah, correct.
that's
That makes
fine.
sense.
Yeah.
And I do, by the way.
Or if you want a happy ending, yeah.
Oh, okay.
What
Why
hotel
did you
is
look
that?
right
sauce?
at me?
Yeah, why did you say that?
I'm the wrong guy. Look at Rosie.
Well, you look at me.
Why are you looking? Don't you look at Rosie?
Look at Hawk. He's in a database.
Yeah,
He
you
used a
definitely look at me.
credit card.
He is in a database.
I don't care. Look at me. Look at me.
Database.
Yeah, you know
He
that
wrote
story.
a check.
I stand by that.
Yeah, and then he had to call my dad.
Oh, no.
That's the first time my dad represented him.
I stand by it.
He used a credit card.
It was a check. It was a check. Here's
I
the
didn't
audio.
know it might be
Chicken
wrong.
ranch.
It was a check. No, here's the audio. Listen.
Some 9 years ago, I spent time with a woman I shouldn't have,
That I sound weird.
and I paid her with a check. I wish I hadn't done that.
What?
And the truth is, I wish no one would ever know.
That's the point
R.I.P.
right there.
Jerry Stringer.
He's dead.
Jerry Stringer. Yes, Springer's deader than hell,
Yeah,
man.
Stringer is too. Sadly,
Stringer.
yeah.
Yeah, Corey Stringer
Yeah.
and Jerry Springer
So
both no
of you
longer
were right
with us.
on both accounts.
Former mayor,
Yeah.
right, of
Killing it
Cincinnati.
today, man.
Wasn't he the mayor?
He was the mayor of
was it-
Cincinnati.
Yeah, Cincinnati. That's right, mayor of Cincinnati.
That's when he was.
Jerry
That's
Springer.
what he was talking about there.
What a weird life, right? What an
Man.
interesting career path. That's a lot of different
Worked out.
turns.
That's true.
Yeah, it sure did, man.
Oh, yeah.
I guess he had
So
more fun being Jerry Springer than being the mayor of Cincinnati.
I would
That's
think
I
so.
would think so.
Well,
Yeah.
I bet he didn't have to pay for hookers when he was on the TV machine.
TV machine.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Springer
Yeah.
groupies.
Yeah, Springer.
They all
Groupies.
love Jerry.
Hard not to.
And once you're on the TV, it never stops, right, Rosie?
Correct.
Rosie, I'm glad that you fought through the diarrhea and came
I'm
in.
fine. It wasn't
Thank you
that
so much,
bad.
buddy.
Oh, my
What
God.
a story, Mark.
I love you. I'm just trying to say thank you.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome, buddy.
No, I'm done for the week.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, just on behalf of the Power Trip Morning Show, quick shout out to all the people out there struggling to breathe. We stand behind you. We support you. We think you have every right to go to plays, every right to go out in public. It doesn't matter what lung
Yeah. Lung
problem
problems
you're
you
dealing
have.
with. The Power Trip Morning Show, outside of Mark Rosen,
Yeah.
stands by you.
Yeah,
Stay away from the
100%.
3-pack a day, and I'll be fine.
Parrish, see you on Friday for initials.
See you on Friday. Good luck. Go Orno Spartan girls this afternoon.
Hey,
Coach
good
Antonenko,
luck,
let's
Orno.
go here. 11,
Have
right off the
fun.
bat.
And try not to get a $1,000 fine, Parrish.
That too. Well, no promises.
No Lieber tomorrow, but Tommy Olson will be back to probably embarrass his entire family. That's 5:30 to 9 tomorrow right here on The Fan.
Questions answered. KFAN Total.
Traffic is sponsored by Luther.
March is on. The 2024 TIAA Big Ten basketball tournaments take over Minneapolis as the Target Center hosts the annual celebration of Big Ten hoops. The women's tournament runs March 6th through the 10th, and the men's tournament tips off March 13th through the 17th. Tickets are on sale now, so head to big10.org for more information. Be there this March as the conference's best teams compete for a Big Ten tournament title in Minneapolis.
For just